It truly did never cross our mind. It never crossed our mind that we were pregnant. They did an ultrasound. Well, there's a 28-week sized head. 28 weeks? What?
That's a lot of
28
months.
weeks?
That's a lot of months. Yeah.
That's like 6 months pregnant.
That's not how pregnancy works. You're supposed to find out earlier than that. What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, my name is Trey.
Myley. And we're the J family. Happy Vlogmas Day 9. But today we're not doing a vlog, if you can tell by the title.
Yes.
We are doing a story time.
One that we've done before, but I think I went through and counted. It's like the 10th video that we've ever done. So a lot of you guys probably haven't even seen it. So we're gonna redo it.
Even though we're not pro at editing now at all, but looking back when we watch it, we're like, oh, we could do that a lot better. The story's just kind of all over the place. So hopefully today we do it a little bit better. Hopefully. Still a crazy story.
Yes.
I didn't know I was freaking pregnant.
For 6 months.
I did not know I was pregnant for over 6 months. Let's get into it.
Subscribe.
And like the video, obviously.
You know, duh. And turn on the post notifications. We're gonna start doing shout outs from people who follow our Instagram.
And have the post notifications
notifications turned on. Make sure you do that and then comment down below on this video.
Hashtag PNS, post notification
Like
squad. Post notification squad. Not anyways, so back in late 2013, way back when, I started on birth control, the Depot shot. One of the side effects is that it can make you not have a period, or they're just very rare or irregular or whatever. And so for me, it spread my periods out where I didn't have them that often. So I did not have a period every single month most of the time. It was very common that that shot can make your period go away completely. So end of 2014 now, I had a period, but I mean, it was just spotting for a few days. You get the picture. And then I didn't have a period again. It went away and I was so happy, bragging to everyone about my birth control that I had not had a period in months. I was pregnant. I did not know I was pregnant. Months and months keep going by. I haven't had a period.
The common question we get when people find out about like this whole crazy story was like, wasn't she gaining weight? How did you not know like you gained weight during pregnancy?
Didn't she look pregnant?
Yes. Now that we look back on it, she was gaining weight, but
yeah. I've struggled with eating disorders, like especially in high school and a little bit after that. Like all through 2013 and through 2014, I was still struggling pretty bad with my eating disorder. And then suddenly I just had this new motivation and I just went from doing really bad to all of a sudden doing night and day difference, just doing really well with my eating disorder.
That was Naya. Naya probably was that motivation.
I was pregnant with a little angel baby helping me with my eating disorder. That makes me emotional, but anyways, I didn't know that. I was just doing really well with my eating disorder, so I was eating a lot more than I was before. So I knew I was gonna gain weight. I also wasn't weighing myself, because that's another part of recovery, is that you're not supposed to weigh yourself.
Right.
I went from weighing myself like multiple times a day to I hadn't weighed myself in 6 months.
Well, that's still crazy that like how the mind and the body work. For so long you struggled with that, and how you didn't even know you were pregnant, but your body knew to change. I don't know, it's just crazy how at that time you just was able to be, I don't know, it's crazy. It's a crazy thing. It's just crazy. It's hard to put into words.
I hadn't been to my group therapy for my eating disorder for a while because I just felt like I'd been doing so well. Before I knew it, I knew that I'd earned my 6-month coin. Before that, the biggest coin I had was 3-day. I went into my meeting to get my 6-month coin and they asked like, how did you do it? I have no idea. Like all of a sudden, just 6 months ago, like there was just one day where I was just like, I feel like I can recover from that. I don't know what's pushing me to be better, but I'm just doing better. My angel Naya. So yes, I was gaining weight. So with that, there was also plenty of days where I also was feeling very insecure because I was gaining weight. Oh my gosh, I look pregnant. There was times a week before I found out I was pregnant with Naya. I remember specifically we were at like a public, like a family thing. And I just went into this bathroom and just like cried my eyes out, looking in the mirror, just like, I look pregnant. I look hugely pregnant. And that wasn't making me think, oh my gosh, I must be pregnant. Like most people don't find out they're pregnant from having a round belly. I was just sad because I looked pregnant. I just felt so ugly. So that did happen, but it didn't make me think, oh, I'm pregnant. And Trey was never like saying anything mean.
No, because I mean, I love her the way she is. Like,
you started telling me that you like me better now. That you love my body because my boobs were getting so big.
little did we know.
Those boobs grew a lot. Those boobs
but now
grew a lot.
It all makes sense. It all makes sense now. I think any guy that ever leaves his girlfriend or wife or because she's gaining weight or losing weight is a piece of crap. Sorry, that got really violent. But
okay, so. But did you think I looked bad?
No, I honestly didn't.
You were complimenting me more than you were before.
I honestly didn't.
Yeah.
And that's the honest to God truth. I really didn't.
And I even had posted on Twitter before and afters of like me recovering from my eating disorder, but I also was about 4 months pregnant. So the first time that someone specifically pointed out, telling me I looked pregnant, I would have been like 5 months pregnant-ish almost. We went to Hawaii and I was almost 5 months pregnant but didn't know. I mean, I was just having the time of my life. I was slip and sliding on the beach on my stomach like a run and dive, slip and slide.
Yeah,
Top coming off,
I didn't even
everywhere.
do the slip and slide. Like, she was reckless.
Yeah, we did the stairway to heaven
worst
hike.
decision we've ever made.
And I was super pregnant. Trey was not pregnant. I did not know I was pregnant, but Trey was struggling more than me because he was terrified. It's a scary hike. So anyways, I posted this picture and someone commented and said like, I didn't know you were pregnant. And I just like immediately deleted it. Oh, like, okay. I thought I looked okay.
So you're probably wondering what made us go take a test. How did we find out? Well, we were poor college students. So
it starts with us being broke.
So we donated blood plasma a lot. Well, if you need money, I would advise you to go donate blood plasma.
It's still just a really good thing.
Really good thing to do. It helps save people's lives and you get easy money. So me and Myley did that a lot. And then for a while, Myley's levels were low and they wouldn't let her donate.
Yeah.
So she started taking all these like supplements, iron supplements, calcium, what else, magnesium.
Yeah, just anything
that
they would
crap that
they would deter me away and say these things are low, and I'd be like, I'm taking 1,000 milligrams of it. Like.
So she was taking all these supplements, but they still was saying it was so low. Oh, the worst, she would get these cramps in the middle of the night in her her calves, and she would abuse me because she was getting the cramps. Like I was making her cramp.
No, what he means is he'd be sleeping, and I would just be like, oh my gosh, this hurts my leg. I would just be freaking out because it seriously, if you've ever had them, it freaking hurts.
Yeah. I'm not making you cramp. It's not me that's doing it.
Anyway, so we were at my mom's house and I was telling her, I think my body's just not absorbing any nutrients. Like I don't know what's going on. I'm taking all these vitamins, but I'm still low on them. I'm having these crazy cramps in the night because I must be low on things. Like I don't know what's going on. And my mom said, I only had that stuff happen while I was pregnant. Well, that's not it. I said, well, I can't be that I'm pregnant because I'm not pregnant, so try again. I said, I haven't had a period since December, and now it was July. That's not it.
Give us a real answer.
I haven't had a period in about 6 months because I was 6 months pregnant. Like, so that's not it. I can't be pregnant. Like, I can't get pregnant right now. So my mom, I said, will you please just make me a doctor's appointment? Because obviously...
First off, why can't you make your own appointment?
Anxiety, dude. It makes me stress out. I don't like it. I'm sure there's plenty of you guys that can relate to that. I still hate it. You get like that too. Like if I could just text the doctor to set it up, and you call and make me an appointment to see what the heck is going on. She said, I won't make the appointment until you take a pregnancy test to rule that out. I should have just called. Oh, actually, let me backtrack real quick too. Another symptom, I was peeing like crazy. So I was gaining weight, my stomach was rounding out, I was having cramps and low on iron, I didn't have a period, and I was peeing like mad. So I don't know why I didn't know I was pregnant.
Oh, and you like had a really sensitive smell. Like you could smell everything.
Gosh. Yeah. So who knows why I didn't know I was pregnant. It's just weird. It's just weird. Anyways, and she said, Myley, I will make you this appointment if you take a pregnancy test to rule that out first. Oh my gosh, whatever. I'll do whatever to make you make this appointment, but it's gonna be negative. Let me just do this for you, Mom.
On our way home, we went to a little dollar store or whatever and got some cheap pregnancy tests.
If you were spending more than $1 on a pregnancy test, stop. You're wasting your money. The dollar store ones work the exact same. Get the dollar store ones.
So we grab a couple of those, go back to the cheap apartment, and I hop on 2K and she go take the test.
I went in the bathroom and I peed on this pregnancy test, fully knowing that I was not pregnant. Like this is clearly gonna be negative.
We didn't even think
it did not even cross our mind like, at all. Like when I was buying it, Trey was like, I can't believe you're like wasting your money.
Like just, we're poor. Quit wasting our money.
of $1 for this test. But I took the test and it was like, whoop, 2 lines immediately. I've taken a lot of pregnancy tests in my day now. They have never been like this positive. Positive. Trey, it's positive.
I'm like, I'm telling 2K. What you mean?
Trey, it's positive.
Quit playing. No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's positive. I go out there, show them the freaking thing. You did not even look that long.
I didn't look at it.
He barely glanced over and was like, it's not positive.
That ain't real.
Like, Trey, this is positive. Nah, it's a false positive.
Nah, that's false. It's a false positive. Those happen.
And I start putting my shoes on. Let's go to Planned Parenthood right now. I need to go take a test there.
Like, you want to go today? Like, right now? We can go Monday. Like, I'm in the middle of 2K. Like, let's just go Monday. And
no.
she, like, getting dressed to go.
So I only convinced him to go to Planned Parenthood because I'm like, well, I'm due for my next shot anyways. Because I had been taking shots consistently
only reason
every 3 months these past 6 months. Well, it's time for me to get my next shot, so I'll just go in and ask if they can take a test before I get my shot. So I go in and say that, hi, I'm due for my shot, but can I get a pregnancy test before I give him my shot? A lot of people I know have commented before saying like every doctor's office should give pregnancy tests before they give you birth control. This Planned Parenthood that I went to did not.
Doing their job, right?
And hopefully they do now, but at the time they were not doing it. I'm like, can I have a pregnancy test before my test? Why? Because I had a positive at home. You didn't miss any days. Like, I'm looking at your chart and you've been on time for all your shots. I don't think you're pregnant.
That's what I said. That's what I told her, lady.
Well, I had 3 positives at home. So can I just check first? That was a lie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll schedule you for the shot and for the test. Okay. They call me back to do the test. I pee in the cup. It wasn't even a blood test.
I was just waiting out in the waiting room while she went back because let's hurry up and get back to 2K.
So I go back out to the lobby. I'm waiting for now my shot. They call my name and like, oh, is he coming too? I said no, because I'm thinking I'm just going back there to get my shot. Oh, okay. Brings me back to the room and just says, well, you're pregnant. So do you want to go get him? I'm like, oh, okay, sure. So I go back out to the lobby, grab you. And what were you thinking then?
When you came and got me, I kind of figured what it was going to be. Like, why else am I going back there? But in my head, like, there's no way. But I kind of, like, figured it, but, like, there's no way. And there was way.
So he brought us back to the room, gave us the paperwork that said, you're pregnant. Based off your last missed period, you are 27 weeks, 28 weeks.
Yes.
Said you're 28 weeks, but I mean, that's not correct. It's just because that's the last time you bled, but like, obviously that's not right. And I'm like, yeah, obviously that's not right. I'm obviously only a few weeks pregnant.
Not having a baby in 3.5 months.
3 months, just 12 weeks. So less than 3 months.
They didn't give her the depot shot that day though.
And so I just started crying. I was just so shocked and so terrified. I did not want to have kids anytime soon. I thought that was a few years out at the least.
Well, because you gotta think.
I was only 20.
You're 20, I'm 19 at the time.
No, you had turned 20 by then.
Well, I had just turned 20?
So technically when we got pregnant, I was 20 and 19, but when I found out you were 20 and 21. It had been 6 months. Yeah. So I started crying. I was in so much shock. We just didn't have any money and I was just like, this is just not how I wanted to do things.
Yeah, no
it was
change.
just, I wasn't ready. I was just crying, Trey, what are we gonna do?
And I was like, what you mean? We're gonna have a baby. We're gonna have this baby and we're gonna raise her.
You're so sweet, so sweet. He was such a big comfort because I was stressed. He probably was more stressed than he was showing, but he was showing a whole lot of confidence and excitement. He was like, this is amazing. He said, we're gonna have a baby. This is awesome.
I wasn't stressed. I was nervous because like, oh my God, okay. I need some money.
He was playing football,
I was playing football
in college
at college and I was getting a stipend, but that was
and I was working as a nanny.
I wasn't scared that we were having a baby. I was just nervous. How am I gonna provide for the kid?
He didn't show me any of that though. He was just very comforting and like, this is awesome. Yeah. This is gonna be good. There's nothing we can do now, so like, this is gonna be good. Let's make it happen.
And I knew that she was gonna feel the stress from her family and everybody else because of how she was raised. I wanted to at least show that like, here, I'm here for you. Like, we gonna get through this.
That was my biggest worry, is that there were certain people who had already been just very upset that I was even living with my boyfriend outside of marriage. Coming from Mormon family and living in Utah, you know. Now I was calling up my mom to say that actually I'm pregnant. And I didn't want to be wrong. I had already just assured her that I was not pregnant. But I called her. I said, so guess what? I'm pregnant. And she was already, I could hear her kind of crying. And she said, I know. I said, I don't know how this could happen. I don't know how this happened. Oh my, that's what happens when you have sex.
Which is very true.
Now, you know, like, you cannot think that birth control is 100. I know they say 99 point whatever. Like, it's not 100, people. It's not. She was very supportive, much more supportive than I thought. And she was, because I mean, it had already happened. So what can they do, you know, besides be supportive? Right. So I called my dad's best friend, who is an OB, and he couldn't see me for like another week.
Yeah.
And I could not wait another week.
I think we were too anxious.
Yeah, so I called like a local clinic to see if they could get me in for an ultrasound the next day. They did an ultrasound. This is the day after I found out I was pregnant. And she does ultrasound and she says, well, there's a 28-week sized head. 28 weeks? What?
That's a lot of
28 weeks?
That's a lot of months. Yeah.
That's like 6 months pregnant.
That's not how pregnancy works. You're supposed to find out earlier than that.
What?
So she's like, you want to know what you're having?
She's like, now you're in the 3rd trimester, so we'll see you every other week. You want to know what you're having? They told us we're having a girl, and I was so happy. And I could not believe I was that pregnant.
That is crazy.
So I had to go straight for my ultrasound that morning, where I found out that I was 6 months pregnant, over 6 months pregnant, a little bit over 6 months pregnant.
To work.
To work. How am I gonna tell my boss that I'm about to have a baby in less than 3 months?
So I need maternity leave.
I was working as a nanny, I was watching triplets. So I found out some crazy news this morning. Oh yeah? Yeah, so I'm actually 6 months pregnant. He's like, oh, no kidding, okay. And honestly, they probably already knew. In hindsight, a lot of people were talking about me and knew.
Yeah, and I had a couple of football teammates. Like, well, we thought back then when we saw her that she was kind of pregnant, but we didn't want to bring it up to you because you haven't said nothing, so we didn't want to say, like, is she pregnant? We didn't want to offend you. And so a lot of people were thinking that.
And that was in June, so I was like 5 months pregnant.
Yeah, but nobody wanted to say nothing to us for some reason.
I actually had found out that the day that I was crying in the bathroom, so sad that I looked pregnant, my sister's friends had said to her, like, oh, I didn't know your sister was pregnant. She's not pregnant. Like, why would you say that? Don't say that. What do you mean she's not pregnant? She's like 3rd trimester, like 6 months pregnant. She's super pregnant. What do you mean? Like, oh my gosh, like, do not say that again. She is not pregnant. And then they just like felt terrible and was like, okay, this is weird. No one told me these things until after I found out I was pregnant. At the same time, it still did kind of hurt my feelings. The whole time, like, you know, I was struggling with my eating disorder, like doing way better, but still like having those insecure days. And then to find out that actually a lot of people were, oh, ooh, she's pregnant. And I had no idea. Like, it's kind of embarrassing, but it is what it is. And I mean, honestly, I don't think I looked like...
No.
It depends. Getting towards the end, yeah. Like, I probably couldn't have went much longer.
Yeah, I feel like once we found out, then your stomach
really popped. Yeah, I really popped all of a sudden.
Yeah. Like that picture she posted on the beach, if I saw it, I wouldn't think that you're pregnant. I
texted my other boss. I was working as a nanny for another family, and I also texted her, oh, I'm super pregnant. I found out this morning I'm actually like 6 months pregnant. Yeah, we had figured. It's crazy because I thought back like 6 months. That little girl had told me, Myley, you have a baby in your tummy. No, I don't. No, I don't. And she had said that to me quite a few times. That night, the night that I found out I was 6 months pregnant, I went to her house. She was like, I told you you had a baby in your tummy. I've been telling you for months.
That little girl, boy, she...
But yeah, you're right.
Need to go to Vegas.
Because the first time she was telling me it wasn't because like I gained weight. It was just because...
knew.
And a lot of people say like, oh, well, didn't you get sick? But the hard part was, once I found out I was pregnant, I had to think back 6 months and be like, did I get sick? Because that usually only happens at the beginning of pregnancy. I did throw up once. Maybe you guys do, but when I throw up once, I don't immediately think, oh, I'm pregnant. Especially when you're just on birth control and just thinking that's not happening. I thought it was because I had this burrito and I never ate that place again. It was that burrito that made me sick. So I only had all those other several symptoms, but...
You literally had every symptom.
I know, but I had reasons, you know, the birth control. If I thought every time I didn't have a period to take a test, like, I mean, that would be just
the entire time,
you know, like I didn't know when a period was supposed to happen. So am I supposed to take a test every single day? I don't know. Maybe around once a month you should, just from now on.
Another question people like to ask, if you got a 6-month baby inside you, wouldn't you feel it kick and move?
It's a good question, and the answer is yes. Yes, you can feel it. And I could feel it for a while in your pregnancy. Movements just kind of feel like gas, and so I guess that's just what I thought I had. But I definitely felt the baby moving around a ton that night. The night I found out I was pregnant, I was like, this is a baby moving inside of me. It was only like 2 days later that Trey like was able to physically from the outside like put his hand on my belly and like feel it move. You can like see it move. So it was only a matter of time that I found out I was pregnant, right? Imagine like a week later and me being like noticing my stomach, like going and being like, whoa, what's happening?
Well, yeah, out of boat, I don't know if it would automatically.
I should have been like, my stomach's having spasms.
I don't know if you would jump to pregnant.
It must be, because it's just, it doesn't cross your mind. You get these symptoms that's like, oh, I must be hugely pregnant, like super pregnant. Because you associate finding out you're pregnant with like, oh, morning sickness and like missing your period and stuff like that. Or we're way past that now. It truly did never cross our mind. It never crossed our mind that we were pregnant.
It wouldn't have, like, we would probably wouldn't have known until like Naya was coming. I don't know. Well, I don't know how.
I think I would have found out soon. I don't think I could have been like that show. I didn't know I was pregnant.
I have no.
But I used to make fun of that show and thought like that was just ridiculous. And then that was me. I should be on TLC. I didn't know I was pregnant. That's the story. I did not know I was pregnant for over 6 months. Let me clarify that real quick.
People kept commenting saying, get it right.
You're 7 months pregnant. No.
Break it down. Let them know.
I'll let you know. That misconception comes from the fact that people think that a month is 4 weeks. A month is 4.33 weeks. Basically, it means that I was just over 6 months, close to 6.5 months pregnant.
Right.
If you count a month by 4 weeks, then there would be 13 months in a year, 10-month pregnancies. That's not right. I was just over 6 months pregnant, almost 6.5 months pregnant. Not 7 months, 28 weeks to be exact. I found out when Naya had a 28-week sized head. 28 weeks, y'all. Now I have the most beautiful baby.
I bet nobody can beat that story.
Yeah, comment down below, please, with your crazy like birth stories, how you found out you were pregnant. If you have any other stories like this or know people that had stories like this that are even crazier than ours, please comment them down below. We are so grateful for our daughter.
Oh yeah.
Watch all of our other videos of how cute she is and how just she has changed our life. Like, it's crazy.
For real.
Because we weren't planning on having kids for another few years.
I love that
obviously where we want to be right now. That's our story.
If you do want to go watch the original one, I mean, you can. It'll be right here.
And I'll link it down below.
Give us a break on like how it's edited and the lighting. As y'all can tell, I hope our lighting's getting a little better. We just bought some new lights. Shout out to the new lights.
But also there might be stuff in the other story that I forgot and didn't put in here. I didn't know I was pregnant for over 6 months, and that's my story. I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. Bye.
And Naya brought it back. I didn't bring it back. Naya brought it back.
Huh?
Stay litty.